everybody, welcome back to another morning word. Thanks for joining us this morning. For those new to this is where I share a couple minute video really to share from my own personal Bible study. Why? Because I want to see your life go from here to here. And God promises this. He says, I come to give you life and life more abundantly. But he also showed us how we're meant to do that. He says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if we can start to think like God, there is nothing that we can't achieve, because there is nothing that is impossible for God, which means there is nothing that's impossible for you. So no matter the valley that you're in, you can get out of it. The mountaintop you want to reach, you can reach it. So let's really get into this. Please get a pen and piece of paper, okay? Take notes, but more importantly, if what I'm saying today resonates, please take action, because it's only when you take action that you'll actually get the gifts of what we're trying to say. So let's really get into this. We're going to be reading from the book of Judges, which is the seventh book of the Bible, reading from chapter 6 from verse 14 to 15. And it reads this: The Lord turned to him and said, Go in the strength you have and save Israel out of the Midian's hands. Am I not sending you? But Lord, Gideon asked, how can I save Israel? My clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my family. We're going to call this morning's word, you are the one. You are the one. Now, God knew who he was choosing when he chose Gideon. There was no mistake. He didn't think, oh man, I can't believe I did that. I did it again. God in his infinite wisdom picked the wrong guy, okay, to raise up as a judge to be able to save the nation of Israel, who were under oppression at that time. There was no mistakes. There was no mistakes. God doesn't make mistakes. But what happened is that Gideon didn't see what God saw. Gideon only saw his weaknesses, where God saw his strength. God saw his amazingness. God saw his humility. And that's sometimes what happens with us. Okay, God is calling us to do great things, but instead of running with that belief that we have in our heart, we start to look at all the areas why we can't do it. We start looking at all our faults and all the things, okay, that would stop us from doing that. Some of you should be married today, but you don't believe you're good enough. Some of you should have set up your business, but you don't believe that you're gifted enough. Some of you should have had that promotion, okay, but you're doubting that you can handle it at the top. Some of you should have been mentors to other people, but you're doubting that you have the ability to help someone go to the next level. So what you're doing, like Gideon, okay, not only are you doubting God, you're coming up with excuses, okay, justifiable, you think, excuses of why you can't move forward. But listen, if God's choosing you to do something, it's not by mistake. So this leads us to the question of the morning. The question of the morning is this: do you see what God sees in you? Do you see what God sees in you? Here's the lesson of the day. The lesson of the day is this: God, when he looks at you, sees a wonderful creation, man. If you could only understand this, God sees a wonderful creation that's powerful, creative, beautiful, amazing, and strong. You have to remove your doubts and negativity about yourself and clothe yourself, okay? Clothe yourself with God's opinion of you. Not your opinion or the world's opinion. What's God's opinion about you? And if you start to walk with that, you'll become incredibly bold. So here's the action of the day. Today, I want you to say what God would say about you. Say, I am strong. I am brave. I am beautiful. And I am chosen for a time like this. God is choosing you, and God doesn't make mistakes. Let's go out there and be all that God's calling you to be. No doubts, remove them. So God bless you. Thank you for joining us for this morning's word. As we always say with Gen Hope, God's gift to us is life. What we do with that life is our gift back to God. God bless you. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon for another morning.